What's up, everybody? We're going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to take you along with me as I fill some Etsy orders. This is going to be my first of who knows how many vlog style videos. This one's really for you guys that have been subscribed for a while and wonder what the heck the connect is between the videos you see here and the stuff that we actually sell on Etsy. So, check it out. So we've been doing well on Etsy lately. I got over 1,500 sales now on a lot of bigger ticket items, a lot of smaller ticket items. So I wanted to share with you what the experience of printing labels, going to the post office, packing, all that, that's what we're doing today. So here we go. We got a bunch of different things that sold. We got this tool holder, we got a compost bin, we got insect pinning tools, we got a cribbage board, and a couple of phone speaker amplifiers that you may have seen in some other videos that we've done. So what we need to do first is get shipping labels. So you can see here's where you enter all your information on Etsy. You can also create a bunch of presets. I got presets for almost everything I do. This one I actually don't though, so I'm going to use the same settings as pen holder 10 hole because I know that it's going to work out to about the same weight. So there you go, printed out a couple different labels. Bought a couple different labels. We emptied the queue by buying all the labels and we're going to go and print them now. So this label printer here has been a lifesaver. I used to put like label paper into a regular printer and then cut them out with scissors, and then I learned that this exists. Should have had this from day one. It doesn't even use ink. It's just a thermal printer for labels. I highly recommend one if you're getting started with an Etsy or any kind of shipping business. Alright, so here we are in the packing area. We got a nice variety of items that sold on Etsy the last week. This is what I'm shipping today. Start here. Somebody's going to be happy with this cribbage board. I don't know if the camera's getting it with the light I have in my basement right now. That's where my shipping area is, by the way. This is a particularly dark board. Looks really nice, and it's got like this alternating light dark color in it. We have these little magnetic catches that go on, so before I ship this I'm going to need to put these here. These are the play pieces we use, if you're wondering. We get them in bulk through a supplier, and they are made of metal and they are nice, and we like to try to include the nicest things with our items. So here we go. We got bicycle playing cards as well. Those go in the slot here. Boom. So throw that back on there. That's ready to wrap up more or less. Over here we got insect pinning tools. The customer did not want the pins that we upsell with them this time, and that's fine. We also include forceps. This is a combination pen and business card or note card holder or notepad holder or post-it holder, whatever you want to throw in here. It'll hold a phone as well. Haven't sold too many of these yet, so it's cool to see them starting to catch on. Here is a walnut phone amplifier. This is probably our most popular item of all time, this cherry version of it specifically. These, you stick your phone in the slot and they amplify it with physics basically, no batteries, no Bluetooth required. I got a video on that if you want to see it in action. This is a walnut large countertop compost bin. So there's this stainless insert here that we source and then include, and then that sits in a nice bit of woodworking that has nice thumb grooves cut and splines to reinforce these perfect 45 miters. So there you go. Let's wrap it all up and bring it to the post office. Alright, here we go. It is time to wrap everything up, get it all packaged securely and out to the customers. So first thing we're going to do is round up all the packing vessels that we're going to use. So I got some bubble mailers here. I'm going to make sure to label one for the walnut speaker so that I don't get the two speakers confused, them being the same size parcel. Everything else is different size, so it's pretty straightforward what goes where. So this is our insect pin holder. It comes with a little spacer block here. So these are super easy. Everything that we sell is really sturdy for the most part, so packing paper is the preferred way to package it all up because this is already recycled newsprint and it is itself highly recyclable and biodegradable, so it helps us cut down on the amount of plastic that we're putting in landfills or indirectly rather, and keeps costs down as well, and it's less packing materials that I have to have overall. What you can't see off screen is a whole mountain of recycled packing product that we've saved from various boxes that have arrived at the house. So we like to reuse stuff whenever we can, but the stuff we source, it's recycled newsprint for the most part. So gotta make sure to get the business card in there, wrap that little package up nice, and time for the bigger stuff. So we're gonna move on to that combination pen and notepad holder that we mentioned earlier. This is one of the first few of these that is sold, so always exciting to ship out a new item. This is gonna fit fine in the same bubble mailer that I typically use for our passive amplifiers. So let's go ahead and get that wrapped up, give it a couple layers of paper, get it in there. And yeah, now we're gonna go into light speed for the rest of this for all of our sanity. Okay, so here we go, taking time to wrap these speakers up. I left all the footage in here and just sped it up to show you like how much actually goes into getting these orders ready. Given this one the last QA measure, gonna throw a business card in here. I like to stash the card in between the layers so that a customer kind of has to handle the card as they unwrap the item. I think people get a kick out of like finding the little Easter egg card like that too. So I'm gonna throw that in the same bubble mailer that we used earlier. This one's a little bit tighter of a fit with the seal, so I do take care to put a piece of tape on the back for this. So there's the cherry one. That's our best-selling item ever. I've wrapped up about 1,000 of these. So go ahead and get that one all squared away. The other one is labeled walnut speaker, so we won't get them confused. Same deal, gonna give it a piece of tape. All right, so now we gotta assemble the boxes for the bigger stuff we're shipping today. First, we're gonna use this box for the cribbage board. I like to use the USPS free boxes. They're good quality, they're easy to work with. We basically have to use USPS anyway. It's the most available in our area. I'll put it that way. I could use UPS, I could use FedEx, but there would be hurdles to go through and less time spent doing it this way. Plus, USPS, I'm going to vouch for them, have actually been pretty great in our experience. I think we've only ever had one parcel go entirely missing. So here we go, just prepping the cribbage board that I showed you earlier. We put these felt pads on the bottom to protect the piece and protect whatever people decide to put it on. So just getting those on there, and then we're going to wrap it up in a pretty similar fashion to the speakers, but we're going to add some bubble wrap to this guy. This guy, when we get it wrapped up too, is not going to fit in the box nice and snug. This is the box that I had to choose to fit this item lengthwise, so there's going to be a little rattle in there, but you'll see I'm going to go ahead and put some extra pieces of bubble pillows in there too. So go ahead and get that wrapped up. Nice and snug. I put one piece of paper around the end. The extra paper hanging off the end is actually enough to cushion the item, but I still put one piece there anyway, just in case moisture gets into the box. I like it to have somewhere to go that's not the work piece. So this is a tight fit in this box, so you see me kind of cramming it closed, but we're going to make sure to give it plenty of tape so that it's not going to come undone. If you're wondering what the deal is with this Etsy tape, I'm not like an Etsy fanboy that insists on using their tape. A while ago, they gave away a bunch of tape for free, and I still have some, so that's what you see here. All right, now is a popular item of ours, the large walnut compost bin. This is where people put their kitchen scraps before they are put on the compost pile. That's how we market it anyway. It's been pretty popular. You can see there's this metal insert that goes in there, so I made sure to put a piece of paper around that because it's going to make contact with the wooden frame. So this one's a really snug fit in the box, so we're going to use this packing foam instead of the bubble wrap just to give it a less volume around the piece but still protect it. So same deal, putting a piece of paper around the end cap, and that actually makes it slide into this box a lot more easily too. So you can see we're going to wiggle this guy in. We're going to make sure to secure the box around it with more tape. Put another piece of paper on the end there just in case any moisture gets into the box. It really doesn't need it for padding. Very sturdy item and a tight fit in the box. So this is not how I usually put a card in the box, but I made it work, you know.
All right, that's a fine stack of packages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all accounted for. So let's slap some labels on there that we printed out earlier and get them in our shipping bin. Hey, Cozy, you want to go to the post office? Post office? Yeah. Time to load up the trusty steed. There's the other trusty steed, ready to roll. She loves going to the post office. Put that in the back. Come on. Here we are, pulling up to the old post office. Here we go. Empty bin. Love to see it. I didn't film the inside because, one, I'm not entirely sure it's legal, and two, I didn't want to make them uncomfortable, but you get the idea. Walk inside, drop the packages off.
So what did you think? If you guys want to see more stuff like this, learn more about what we do on Etsy, maybe get into the weeds of like how to make listings, how to take photos, that kind of thing, let me know. It's not going to take over the channel. You know, maybe we'll save that stuff for a small section of this channel. We want to keep it woodworking for the most part, but there is the selling side of things, right? If you're going to start a business like this. So if you got any questions at all, throw them in the comments. Let me know. I'd love to talk about it. Till next time, peace.